What's going on, guys? Your boy Maze here. We're back with another video, and in today's video guys, me discussing the best gear set for the Demon King so that you guys know what gear set to make as he's coming to global this Tuesday. So let's hop into the video. Before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We are on the road to the 40,000 subscribers. If you guys have yet to hit that subscribe button already, definitely make sure to. And with that out of the way, let's discuss the best gear set for the Demon King. So if you guys don't know, the Demon King is a character that has damage cap first off, so that's something we can initially use for our idea on the gear set, right? He has 50% damage cap, meaning that he cannot take more than 50% for every hit that he takes in PvP until he gets the all stats increase, right? So for that first 2 turns, Demon King is going to be a really tanky character. So in what I decided to do on my free-to-play account, I actually decided to make an attack crit damage set. And the reason why I made this set is because he's pretty much for the first 2 turns going to be completely safe. I'm not going to have pretty much any issues with him dying on those first 2 turns because of the damage cap, unless I'm facing a infect opponent, right? If I'm facing an infect opponent, then it's different. But like, if I'm not, then I'm gonna be perfectly fine running Demon King on attack crit damage. Another thing that this gear set does suffice for me is that I can run him in PvE content and still do well as well, because attack crit damage is made for Demon King so that he does a ton of damage. One thing that a lot of people might not know about Demon King is that the moment you proc the all stats part of his passive, which I don't have it pulled up here, but pretty much the way it works is that after the 2 turns are done and he loses the ruler of the rules, he actually gains a 20% all stats buff for the entire fight, by the way, and then he also gets a rank up on his own skills, which makes it so that once you have that and you have the attack crit damage set, you're going to be dealing an insane amount of damage. So that is the first set that I would highly recommend people make. And the main set that I would make if you only wanted to make one set, let's say. This will pretty much cover your both PvP and your PvE needs. Now for the other sets that we can run, the other set that I think people might actually give a try will actually be recovery rate. And the reason why recovery rate could be a good set is because, as I mentioned earlier, the Demon King does have damage cap, and the way damage cap works is that no matter how much HP you actually have, you will only take 50% of your HP. So even if you had like 10k HP, let's say, you'd only take 5k damage maximum, right? So that's why recovery rate can become a really cool or a really toxic way of going about it and making gear, because if you run this gear set and you roll for recovery rate on the bottom pieces, it doesn't matter how much HP Demon King has, because he's gonna heal it back instantly, which is gonna be a really toxic way to go about it, but it's gonna be very strong. So like, let's say you take damage with Demon King in PvP and he takes like, let's say he takes like 70k damage, right? And that's the 50% damage cap. He's gonna heal back with recovery rate gear probably like 60k or like 55k, right? He's gonna heal back like most of the damage that he took, so he's pretty much never gonna die in those first 2 turns. But the problem that I see with recovery rate is after you get past those 2 turns, you're not really going to be dealing any extra damage like you would be with attack crit damage. And another thing too is that he still is susceptible to dying, as he loses the damage cap after he gains the all stats. So if you can just one-shot him on that turn, then recovery rate gear is not going to be the greatest option. It's only going to be really good on those first 2 turns. So that is something to definitely take into account. Now for the other gear set that's like a staple is obviously HP defense. So everyone loves to run HP defense on a ton of characters, and for Demon Team it's honestly not a bad idea either, because you'll have a ton of CC. So if you're a PvP player and you do want to out CC the opposing teams, having a Demon King on HP defense will be pretty good. I think Demon King does cap out at, I think it's like 71k CC, so he is the highest no Holy Relic and no LR character in the game, which means that you could pretty much run him alongside Purgatory Melly, which already has the 70k CC, Esterosa, which I think is at 70k now with his Holy Relic, and then, like a backline like Demon Kusak, which is still at like a 67k CC at 666. Like that team pretty much has it all, in terms of CC. So the only team you'll really be going second to is like Sins, maybe, because of LR Lost Vein, right? So yeah, HP is not a bad idea. HP is honestly not a bad idea because of that. Going second with Demon King is still a plus though, because you do have the bonus of getting his passive proc early. But the one thing that I've noticed when going second as well is that because there's a ton of infect in the meta, if you do go second to like an opposing enemy that does have infect, you will get infected, and then you're not really going to be able to abuse that 50% damage cap. You're going to kind of die, right? So that's the main problem I see with going second. So I think if you are one of those players that want to go first all the time, HP defense is going to be the way to go. If you're one of those players that doesn't really mind making just one set for the Demon King, and you just want to have attack crit damage to cover both PvP and PvE, then that's what I'm going to recommend for you, and that's the set I'm personally going to make. So attack crit damage on my main account when it eventually comes out. But yeah, and on my free-to-play account, I think attack crit damage was the way to go, because now I can use him in PvE content, and I can take him into geared PvP and still do well on those first 2 turns because I have that damage cap. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much like my kind of thought process right there. Let's take him into PvP here, and I'll kind of show you guys what he looks like on attack crit damage, and you guys can kind of get an idea of like what you're looking for in a character like Demon King. Alright guys, so this is going to be the team comp there we are running here. We are running Purgatory Meliodas, Estarossa, Demon King on attack crit damage with Tarmiel Link 2, and then we also do have Demon Cusack in the backline. Don't mind my Demon Cusack, he's not really too built on the JP account. I'm trying to build him right now, so you know, eventually he will be maxed out. But yeah, man, we're going to be rocking this, and let's see what Demon King is capable of on that attack crit damage set. Alright guys, we are hopping into the first match here. We are facing a Demon King, opposing Demon King, 251k CC, so we are going to LCC. Now this is where I'm going to show you guys why going first could be a really big benefit for a team like this, because even if you, like, you know, everyone is like, oh amazing, you know, going second with Demon King is the way to go, but if you're facing a high level players, they're going to be applying this infect debuff, right? And if they're applying that infect, you're not going to be able to live long enough with Demon King to be able to do much, right? So what I see, which happens a lot here, is you do the AoE with Demon King, right? You're gonna apply that infect, you do the AoE with Purgatory Melee, and then after that AoE with Purgatory Melee, if he's less than 50%, you can kill him that turn, right? Because the Tarmiel Link is not working, right? So we do the single target with Demon King and we do finish him off, right? So it's a situation where, like, if you do go second sometimes, you kind of will get cooked unless you're running that evade food, right? So yeah, that's kind of what I see from this. And I, you know, off of testing, you know, a lot in like low tier PvP and all that, I do think having him on the, you know, attack crit damage is pretty good, you know, because you'll be able to kind of like breeze through a lot of these people. So yeah, like, you know, it's a good set. And then also in PvE content, you'll be cooking too. So yeah, man, right there. Goes to a single target, but because we are above the damage cap, we actually do tank it, which is pretty good. So yeah, now we can actually go for the kill now onto the... I feel like I want to kill the Estarossa, actually. I feel like I do. So I'm going to go for the single target right here onto the Estarossa. So let's do this rank 2 right here, and then we're gonna follow up melee single target, Demon King single target, and just try and finish off that Purgatory Meliodas, because he's gonna lose all the basic stat increase because all the darknesses are gone, and so now Purgatory Melee will pretty much cook him. Yeah, so even then Purgatory Melee just one shots him. So yeah, Demon team is really strong, man, right now, and if you do have that attack crit damage set on your Demon King, look how much damage that did without the buffs, right? So now after my turn ends here, if I do get a card with Demon King, it's gonna rank up and I'm gonna get the all stats. I'm gonna lose the damage cap though, so that's something to take note. But even after losing the damage cap, the reason why it's so nice is because it activates on my turn, not the enemy's turn. So this one turn where I have this ranked up card and I have all these increased stats on attack crit damage will make it so that I pretty much can take him out with just the Demon King. So I do the AoE here, and because it's you know, it's gonna be a really strong card, it's gonna do 285k damage, guys. So that is the main reason why I recommend attack crit damage, guys, and that's gonna be why you want to run attack crit damage for him, just for PvP sake and for PvE sake, right? Across both game modes in the game. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely make sure to like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day, guys.